Hind friends. In last lecture we have discussed about inverse of matrix and we have learnt that how can we find the inverse of a matrix using elementary transformations. Now we are going to start our next topic, which is rank of a matrix. Let me first define what is rank of a matrix. A non-zero number R is said to be rank of a matrix if it has at least one non-zero minor of order R, and secondly, every minor of matrix of order higher than R is 0. This rank is sometimes denoted by this symbol rho of A. This definition is not very clear so far because I have not explained it. Let me explain what is the meaning of rank. Rank means if I am having any matrix A, then there can be many minors of the given matrix. The order of largest non-zero minor is called rank of A. That is, if a matrix has many minors of order 3, each of them is 0, many minors of order 2, each of them is 0, but some minor of order 1 is non-zero, then rank of the matrix will be 1. We will explain this concept with the help of example. Suppose I have this matrix and I want to determine rank of this matrix. For this, I observe that this matrix is a 3 by 4 matrix. This matrix will have many minors of order 3 by 3. Because we are talking about minors, so we will consider only square submatrix to find minor. Many minors will be there of order 3 by 3. Some minors will be of order 2 by 2, and we will also have some minors of order 1 by 1, which will be the thing but single elements. We shall first find all minors of order 3 by 3 and then their values will be calculated. Then we will move towards 2 by 2 minors, and if required, then we will move towards 1 by 1 minors. Now the 3 by 3 minors of given matrix are listed as below. First of all, I consider this minor, which is obtained by removing this last column from the matrix. This minor will have 0 value because this row, first row and third row are constant multiples of each other. Now I consider the minor obtained by removing this second column and second last column and retaining remaining columns. In this manner, I obtain this minor. It is 1 1 2 2 3 4 and 0 1 0. The value of this minor is again 0 because first row and last row are constant multiples of each other. Similarly, I can consider this minor and this minor. These are all possible minors of this matrix which are of order 3, and I observe that value of each minor is 0. So the rank of this matrix is less than 3. Now we shall move towards 2 by 2 minors. Some 2 by 2 minors of the matrix are listed here. One is this minor 1 1 2 2 obtained by this row and this 1 1 and this 2 2. Similarly, other minor is obtained from these two columns, I should say 1 0 and 2 0, and similarly one minor is this. We observe that some 2 by 2 minors are having 0 value, while there is a minor of order 2 which is non-zero. So we get that the largest order of minor having non-zero value is 2, and therefore the rank of matrix is 2. Thus, this definition tells us that calculate all possible minors of the matrix starting from largest order. The minor where we get a non-zero value will be considered to find the rank. The order of that minor will be the rank of the matrix. The method of minors discussed so far to find the rank of a matrix is not a very convenient method, because as the size of matrix increases, the computational work associated with this method increase significantly. So, some alternate methods are used to find rank of the matrix, and these methods are rank by converting a matrix to normal form, and the next method which we will study is rank of a matrix by reducing to row echelon form or simply echelon form. We shall discuss these two methods, and these two methods are commonly used to find the rank of a matrix. We shall first understand what is normal form, and then we will learn that how can we find rank of a matrix with the help of this normal form method. Let us first understand what is meant by normal form of a matrix. A matrix is said to be in normal form if it is written in any of the following forms: IR, IRO, IRO in this manner, and this form. If a matrix is written in any of these forms, then we say that the matrix is in normal form. Now, what is meant by these forms? IR is nothing but identity matrix, means if an identity matrix is there, then we say that this is in normal form. It means identity matrix in upper part, and the bottom part of the matrix is having only zeros. This form means identity matrix on left part, and right part of the matrix is having only zeros. This form says that uppermost left part of the matrix has identity matrix, and then the remaining part on right and remaining part on bottom as well as in diagonal is 0. Thus, if a matrix is written in any of these four forms, then the matrix will be in normal form. We shall understand these forms with the help of examples, because these will be required to identify in each problem, and so we must be comfortable to identify whether the matrix is in normal form or not. First of all, I understand this form IR with the help of example. As I already told that if a matrix is written as identity matrix, then that matrix is in normal form. Thus, this is normal form because it is identity matrix of order 2. It is again normal form because it is identity matrix of order 3, and similarly this is again normal form because it is identity matrix of order 4. Now, we move towards second form IRO. This form means identity matrix on upper part, and the lower part of the matrix consists of only zeros. These are the examples of this form. In this first matrix, upper part is having identity matrix, and the remaining elements of the matrix are 0. In second example, this part is having upper part is having identity matrix, and remaining elements of the matrix below that are 0. Here the upper part is again identity matrix, and the remaining elements below that identity matrix are 0. So, each of these matrices is in the form IRO. Now, third form IRO, this form. This form means identity matrix on left part, and remaining elements of the matrix right towards identity matrix are 0. These are the matrices written in this form IRO. Here this is identity matrix and there are only zeros right to that, no elements below the identity matrix. Similarly, here identity matrix here and only zeros on the right of that identity matrix. Here only identity matrix on left and the remaining elements after that on right hand side are zeros. So, each of these matrices mentioned here are in the form IRO. Now, we move towards last form. According to this form, identity matrix on uppermost left corner, the elements after IR must be 0, elements below IR must be 0 and the remaining elements left over in diagonal part must also be 0. Thus, here identity matrix, the elements after that on right of identity matrix are 0, elements below identity matrix are 0 and remaining elements are also 0. Similarly, here this is identity matrix, the elements on the right of identity matrix are 0, elements on the part lower than identity matrix are again 0 and the elements on diagonal are also 0. Similarly, this matrix, here identity matrix, elements on the right are 0, elements below identity matrix are 0 and the remaining elements are also 0. Thus, if a matrix is written in any of these 4 forms, the 1, 2 and these 2 forms, then matrix is in normal form. Now, if a matrix is in normal form, then how to find the rank of the matrix? If a matrix is in normal form, then rank of matrix is nothing but order of identity matrix occurring in its normal form. Thus, we have learnt that if we want to find the rank of a matrix and if we are able to somehow convert the matrix to normal form, we just find the order of identity matrix occurring in the normal form and that order will be nothing but rank of the matrix. Now, we understand how to convert a matrix to normal form, because it is going to help us ultimately that how to convert the matrix to normal form, then only we shall be able to find the rank of the matrix. To convert a matrix to normal form, we will follow a specified working rule. For this, the first element of the matrix will be converted to 1 with the help of suitable elementary transformations. With the help of this one, the elements below 1 will be converted to zeros. Then, with the help of this one, remaining elements of this first row will be converted to 0. Then, next element of diagonal, that is second element of second row, will be converted to 1, and with the help of that one, elements below that one will be converted to 0. Now, with the help of this one, remaining elements on the right of that element will be converted to 0. Then this element will be converted to 1, elements below that one will be converted to 0, then elements on the right of that one will be converted to 0, and the process will be continued. In this manner, the matrix will be converted into normal form. Thus, first of all, this element will be converted to 1, remaining elements of that column will be transformed to 0, then remaining elements of that row will be transformed to 0, then next element of diagonal, I should say roughly, will be converted to 1, remaining elements of that column will be converted to 0, then remaining elements of that row will be converted to 0, and this process will continue. In this manner, we will obtain the normal form of a matrix. Here it should be noted that when converting a matrix to normal form, both type of transformations can be used. In case of finding inverse of a matrix, we have seen that we can either use only row transformations or only column transformation. But when we are transforming a matrix to normal form, we can use row transformations as well as column transformations simultaneously in same example, and the procedure will be clear with the help of example which we are going to discuss now. Example says, find the rank of the following matrix by reducing it to normal form. This matrix is given and we want to find the rank of this matrix by reducing it to normal form. To convert this matrix to normal form, first of all I assume this matrix to be A, and then we will follow the steps to convert this matrix to normal form. As I have discussed in previous slide, we shall first transform this element to 1. With the help of this 1, these two elements will be converted to 0. Then with the help of this one, remaining two elements of first row will be converted to 0. Then this element will be converted to 1. Then this 4 will be transformed to 0, or whatever element occurs in this place. Then this element will be converted to 0 and the process will be continued. First of all, I transform this 3 to 1. So, I apply this transformation C1 replaced by C1 minus C2. When I shall apply this transformation C1 minus C2, this 3 minus 2 will introduce 1 at first place and I will obtain this matrix. C1 minus C2, 4 minus 2 gives 2 here, 7 minus 4 gives 3 here, and second column and third column are unchanged. Now this element is 1 now. With the help of this one, elements of that column will now be transformed to 0. For this I shall use suitable transformations. I shall use these two transformations to convert these two elements to 0. If I apply R2 replaced by R2 minus 2 R1, it will make this 2 as 0. When I shall apply this transformation R3 replaced by R3 minus 3 R1, this element will be transformed to 0. Applying these transformations, I obtain this matrix. 2 minus 2 times of this gives minus 2, 6 minus 2 times of minus 1 gives 8, and similarly this is 0, minus 2 and 8. Now this element is converted to 1, and with the help of that one, remaining two elements of the column are converted to 0. Now I will transform these two elements to 0 by using suitable transformations. For this I will use these transformations. Here we see that this is 2, this is 1. So applying C2 replaced by C2 minus 2 C1, it will be 0. Applying C3 replaced by C3 plus C1, this element minus 1 will be 0, and I obtain this matrix. Because these elements are already 0, so remaining elements of the matrix are unaltered, but these two elements are converted to 0. Now with the help of transformations, I will now convert this element to 1. To convert this minus 2 to 1, I divide second column by minus 2. Dividing this second column by minus 2, I obtain 0, 1, 1 at second column. Remaining elements are unaltered. Now with the help of this one, we will transform this 1 to 0. For this I apply R3 replaced by R3 minus R2. This 8 should not be there. It is R3 replaced by R3 minus R2. Applying this transformation, I obtain 0, 0, 0 at last place. Now, with the help of this one, this 8 will be transformed to 0, and I apply transformation C3 replaced by C3 minus 8 C2. By applying this, I obtain this matrix. Now, I observe that this part is identity matrix and remaining elements of the matrix are 0. So, the matrix is in normal form. To find the rank of a matrix which is in normal form, we know that just find the order of identity matrix. So, the order of identity matrix in normal form is 2. So, it will be the rank of the given matrix. Let me sum up once again in this example what is done. This matrix was given. We were trying to find its rank by transforming it to normal form. First of all, I converted this first element to 1. With the help of this element, remaining elements of first column are converted to 0. Then with the help of this one, remaining elements of first row are converted to 0. Then this element was converted to 1. With the help of this one, remaining elements of that column converted to 0. Then with the help of this one, remaining elements of that row are converted to 0, and the procedure was continued. I obtained this form which is required normal form. The order of identity matrix occurring in normal form is 2, and therefore rank of the matrix is also 2. Now we take one more example to find rank of a matrix by reducing it to normal form. This matrix is given and we are trying to find rank of this matrix by converting the matrix to normal form. To convert this matrix to normal form, I again assume this matrix to be A. Same procedure will be used. This element will first be converted to 1. With the help of that one, remaining elements of first column will be converted to 0. Then with the help of that one, remaining elements of first row will be converted to 0. Then this element will be converted to 1. With the help of that one, remaining elements of that column will be converted to 0. Then remaining elements of that row will be converted to 0, and this process will be repeated, and by doing so we will obtain the required normal form, and then order of identity matrix occurring in normal form will give rank of the matrix. Let me start. First of all, this element is to be transformed to 1. So, I replace this 1 by 2, and this will be done through this transformation R1 interchanged with R3. When R1 and R3 are interchanged, this matrix will be obtained, and this first element is now 1. With the help of this one, remaining elements of this first column will be converted to 0. To convert this and this element to 0, I apply these transformations. R2 replaced by R2 minus 3 R1 will make 0 at this place, at place of this 3. Similarly, R3 replaced by R3 minus 2 R1 will make 0 at place of this 2. Now, applying these transformations, I have changed R2 and R3. So, R1 will remain unchanged. R2 minus 3 R1 gives minus 6. 1 minus 3 times of this gives minus 2. 2 minus 3 times of 2 gives minus 4. R3 minus 2 R1 gives 0. 1 minus 2 times of 1 gives minus 1, and similarly minus 5 and minus 10 are obtained. Now, these elements are converted to 0. Now, with the help of this one, I shall transform these elements to 0 with the help of suitable transformations, and the transformations are here. Applying C2 minus C1, I will obtain 0 at this place. Applying C3 replaced by C3 minus C1, this one will be converted to 0. Applying C4 minus 2C1 will convert this element 2 to 0. Applying these transformations, I obtain 1 0 0 0 at first row, and remaining elements are unchanged because of these zeros, because these are all zeros. So, any transformation will not contribute to this element if we are applying in columns. Now, this element will be converted to 1, and then we will convert remaining elements of the column to 0. To convert this element to 1, I apply this transformation R2 replaced by R3, so that this minus 1 is written at this place, and then that minus 1 will be transformed to 1. Interchanging second row and third row, I obtain minus 1 here, and with the help of this minus 1, I can easily introduce 1 by applying this transformation C2 replaced by minus of C2. In this manner, this element is converted to 1. With the help of this one, we will now transform this element to 0. This is 6, this is 1. So, if I apply R3 replaced by R3 minus 6 R2, this element will be converted to 0. This minus 2 minus 6 times of 5 will give minus 2 plus 30, that is 28. Minus 4 plus 6 times of 10 will be 56, written here. Now, with the help of this one, I will convert remaining elements of that row to 0, and for this I apply these transformations: C3 replaced by C3 plus 5 C2, C4 replaced by C4 plus 10 C2, and these two elements are converted to 0 in this manner. Now, this 28 will be transformed to 1. For this, I divide last row by 28. I obtain this matrix, and this element is 1. No element below that 1, but on the right of that one, this 2 is there. So, I will transform this 2 to 0 with the help of suitable transformations, and applying this transformation C4 minus 2 C3, I obtain this matrix. Here I observe that the left part of the matrix is identity matrix, and on the right of the matrix remaining elements are 0. So, matrix is in normal form. Rank of the matrix is nothing but order of identity matrix in normal form, and because this identity matrix is of order 3, so rank of the matrix is also 3. Let me sum up once again. This matrix was given. We were trying to find the rank of this matrix. First of all, I converted this element to 1. With the help of this one, remaining elements are converted to 0 to obtain this form. Then, with the help of this one, remaining elements of first row will be converted to 0 to give this form. Then, I will convert this element to 1. Converting this element to 1, I obtain this form. With the help of this one, remaining elements of first column are converted to 0 to obtain this form. Then, with the help of this one, remaining elements of second row will be converted to 0 to get this form, and the process was repeated, and finally I obtained this matrix which was required normal form, and the rank of rank of matrix is nothing but the order of identity matrix occurring in normal form, and which is 3. Thus, we have seen that how to convert a matrix in normal form. Here it should be noted that when we are converting to normal form, both type of transformations, row as well as column, are permissible. Normal form of a matrix is unique. The transformations used here can be any transformations which are valid, but it is strongly recommended that we follow the sequence of introducing ones and zeros, because if we follow the specified sequence, it will ensure that the zeros and 1 introduced once will not be disturbed in further steps. If we are doing it in a random manner, then it is possible that some elements are converted to ones and zeros in first step, and in remaining steps these ones and zeros are disturbed and we will reach nowhere. So it is suggested that we should follow the specified sequence to introduce ones and zeros in the matrix. Thus, in this lecture we have seen what is rank of a matrix. We have also seen that how can we find the rank of a matrix using the definition of rank. Then we have learnt the method of normal form to find the rank of matrix. Now in coming video we will be discussing the next method of finding rank, in which we will discuss the reduction of a matrix to echelon form or row echelon form, and then we will be able to learn how to find the rank of a matrix in even shorter work. Thank you.